What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. You gotta excuse me, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm joined by my boys. Of course, they're gonna carry my weight. You know him as the coach. What's up, Mr. Darren? Coach Darren.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Good, good, good. And the voice himself, everybody knows Mr. Dave Robin. What's up, baby?
What's going on, guys? Got some changes, man. Lots to talk about this week.
Woo! Too much to talk about. We're gonna need coach hangers on this one, bro. So, man,
Oh,
listen.
yeah.
Another very disappointing loss. I thought they might pull it out in the end. In my opinion, I think if Carl stays in that game, we win that game. That's just my opinion. I've been giving a lot of criticism to Carl, but I think he finally him and Olave was kind of on the same page a little bit. It looked like there's a lot of stuff going around that they've been working, after practice and stuff with each other on their time, and then you could tell a little bit that was a little bit showing. What's your thoughts, Dave? Of course, after that, Darren, you give us your thoughts. What's up, Dave? What's up?
So, yeah, man. I mean, dude, I agree. I think it's you dug a hole. Defense looked bad early. I mean, it's the same old first half starts by the defense where you dig this hole. That Carr interception should never happen. That's on Juwan Johnson 100 times over again. Carr, man, was actually playing a pretty good game. And it's a shame, man. There's a lot of Saints fans. Look, he's not been what we exactly wanted for the investment that we made. But, man, I think this guy is shouldering way too much of the blame from certain fans. And, I mean, look, like you said, Richie, I agree completely. Him and Olave really developing a chemistry. I thought he used Taysom really well this last game. But, I mean, Carr was pretty solid overall. I mean, that was one of his better performances. And he was not a reason you lost this game. I mean, the interception, not his fault. Perfectly thrown ball to Juwan, and then the fumble was James Hurst bumping into him, which, it's a freak accident, but not on Carr.
I agree with that. First, I want to say welcome to all the guys, our viewers. Of course, everybody comments. Thank y'all for sharing. Lance, thank you for joining us. Randy, Ryan, what's up, my fellas? Thank y'all for joining. What's up, Ronald? Ronald from the Paris. What's up, my boy? Go ahead, Darren. What's your thoughts, brother?
Well, I guess y'all can see what I really think about it. It's on the bottom right there, right?
I see that. I got to get you a shirt.
Listen, Pete Carmichael is one of the main reasons. And look, I'm a defensive guy, and I had Dennis Allen. But listen, he don't have the balls to fire him. Fire his ass, too. Everybody gets fired. Listen, Pete Carmichael's the problem. He should have fired Pete Carmichael during the bye week and let Ronald Curry call the plays and see what it's working with. Now, I don't think that Taysom's the answer at quarterback, but he's 7-2 as a starter. Okay, so if we're trying to make a playoff run, something's got to get done. It's not Jameis. Unfortunately, I made crow for this because I thought it was. It's not Carr at all. So, look, either put Jameis in there or leave Carr in there and just dump, and we'll get a top 10 pick, and we draft Jaden.
I agree with you. I don't think Taysom's the answer, Jameis is the answer, but I also don't think Carr's the answer, long-term answer. I think he's good for now. I think he's he's a lot better than the guys that we have on the team.
Let me ask you guys this, not to cut you off, Richie, but I've seen this. There's been some reports. I mean, Fletcher Mack will put it out there. Me and him don't always agree on things, but I don't agree where he's going with it, but I do agree with the intent, I guess. He's talking about, hey, look, you're not going anywhere. And like Darren just said, man, at this point, you're not going anywhere. So let's improve draft stock. But why not in that process maybe give Jacob Hayner a start and maybe have, Taysom Hill kind of work with him, take the pressure off the kid? Because listen, man, Jameis is a free agent. He probably won't be here this year. And you know the Jameis show already, the famous Jameis. Yeah. We know how that's going to end. Derek Carr, like Darren said, listen, dude, right now, his career may be in jeopardy, man. A couple concussions. I mean, he just doesn't look right. I don't know if you guys noticed it, man, but he looks bad after these injuries. I mean, he's not looking like he's responding very well after these injuries.
I agree, Dave, and that's a good comment you made. Right now, the Saints, if they finish the season right now where they would be the sixth. They would have the sixth pick in the draft.
Yeah, I'm with that, yeah.
I mean, listen, Carr's getting the blame for it, but can we talk about the defense? I'm a defensive guy. Can we talk about when the offense does show a glimmer of light, that the defense goes and lays an egg and lets a freaking 12-play, 75-yard drive down our throat? You know how demoralizing that is? It's unnecessary. Some of the play calling that we're doing, 3rd down and 12, and you only send 4.
I agree. Look, I agree, Darren. Look, last week, one of our regular viewers, Lance Foltz, he said the exact same thing. He said the defense looks old and slow.
I can't see no comments. That's the only reason why I hate this damn
No,
stream.
he said that last week. He made it. We were talking about that last week.
I can't see none of the comments, and I like to, do that sometimes, but I can't see on the stream.
That's no problem.
Davis
What's up, Joshua?
One of my favorite players. Davis can't cover me no more.
Hey, look, man, like and Richie, this is where, I go back, and I know Richie hates this word, man. He knows where I'm going with this, but he hates hearing this. Every week I talk about salary cap, but, man, how would you like to have Trey Hendrickson right now in that defense? Because, man, we cannot get pressure on the quarterback. I mean, every week, dude, look, I love Cam, man.
No, I agree with you, Dave, on that.
Like Darren said, DeMario's slowing down. You lack speed up front, man. Imagine having a guy that gets, averages 12 sacks a year or whatever it is the last 4 years. I mean,
I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Dave. I thought they should have let Davenport go and kept Hendrickson.
I think the problem is Mickey backloaded so much dead money, and that's the problem, man. That's why, like we're talking about tearing it down from the top to the bottom.
Who's the D tackle that went to freaking that went to Atlanta? Amenyata or whatever.
David Onyemata, yeah.
David Onyemata. Yeah.
There was no need to get rid of him. What we kept Malcolm Roach.
Yeah, I mean, and you basically gave that Onyemata money to the new guys,
and the young linebacker that's in Atlanta that's performing very well right now.
Yeah, and that's and let's be real, man, that's a problem.
I don't like Peyton Ellis, bro. I don't like Peyton Ellis. I'm gonna tell you, he had a good game against us. He's a good run stopper. But listen, you seen what happened when he went out against Alvin? He made one good play, and then Alvin got him pregnant with triplets the next play.
Yeah, Alvin used and abused him, man.
Right.
Well, he was ready to press charges on Alvin for the way he used him on that play, man.
Double linebackers nowadays. This ain't the same damn football as back in the day when 3rd down and 1, they're going to bring in a big backer. No, they're going to keep Alvin in. They're going to keep Christian McCaffrey in. So you don't know whether he's coming up the middle, it's going to be a sweep, or they're going to go out of a bubble, man. It ain't the same. Defenses don't be the same way anymore.
Let me ask you this. With the play calls, man, like you go back to Carmichael, man, there was a couple of oddball freaking plays that just made zero sense to me. I'm going to throw one out there. The reverse on 2nd down and short, after Taysom, I think, just had like a 7 or 8 yard gain. You try a reverse to Lynn Bowden. That is an absolute shitstorm. Detroit pulls the same type of play off, but here's the difference. When you're up 2 possessions in a game, you can afford to try crazy shit, but when you're trailing a game, let's not go deep into the playbook on 2nd and short. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the damn first down. We need the clock is your enemy at this point. Why are we calling a reverse play? I also got to wonder, what in the blue hell was Derek Carr? It's not Derek Carr's fault. There's a play call. Why is Derek Carr running an option play to Alvin Kamara on 3rd and short?
What was that? I was like,
I don't know. I mean, these plays, it's almost like you're trying to fail with these freaking play calls, man.
Like 5-2. He runs a 40 and 5-2. Are you really worried about Derek Carr running? No. You tell your outside linebacker go straight at Alvin Kamara.
Darren, you play linebacker. Would you worry about Carr?
I would fucking cripple him. He'd be in the protocol again.
Let me ask this, and here's the great thing about this, man. Look, I was gonna let y'all drop the fucks before me, but look. Here's the thing. Here's the fucking great part of this all. On that play, they take Chris Olave out, like Pete Carmichael's thinking, hey, I'm the smartest fucking guy in the Superdome here. I'm going to take away my best pass catcher on a crucial 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, and I'm going to fucking run an option play. I'm going to take Olave off because I'm going to try to confuse you guys. Listen, everybody in the whole building knows it's something short yardage, obviously. You're taking Olave out the lineup. You already got Shaheed down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand it at all, man. It's like it's horrible play calling, man.
Lance wants you to comment, Dave, on Sewell, number 45.
Yeah, I saw a couple of plays where it's funny because that guy, he showed me something in preseason a little bit. I thought he was a little out of position at times.
Yeah.
Who actually had a couple of nice plays. I mean, I don't know. I saw some lapses, but I thought Zach Bowen had a few nice plays.
He did.
But man,
I agree. Yes.
I don't know. But like Darren was saying, that first drive, I was ashamed to be a Saints fan, man. As bad, there was no resistance on that first drive. Jameer Gibbs with that run, Montgomery. I mean, it was bad. I mean, we saw.
Look, Steven.
And why is Amon-Ra St. Brown being covered by a linebacker? Their best receiver.
Steven agreed with us earlier about Breezy. He needs more playing time. He does, the rookie.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely, man.
It just that defense.
Who y'all talking about? Jacob Hanna or whatever his name is?
Yeah. What?
I don't think I like him too much.
Listen,
But
dude, he just finished up a tour in France for his male modeling gig, so he should be ready to play some quarterback, man. He's got his shampoo line coming out next week.
What is wrong with Goodell? How the hell do you even drug test a dude for steroids that weighs 145 pounds?
That is the craziest thing.
Bigger than him.
Look, dude, he's got more product in his hair than he has in his body.
So Joshua, listen, Darren likes the comments. Joshua, one of Darren's friends, commented and asked, so if we have an early pick, are we going quarterback or defense?
Quarterback.
We're gonna break the Archie Manning streak, brother.
We got to.
My inside source tells me if we pick in anything on the inside of 12, not 10, 12, and Jaden Daniels is on the board, the Saints will pull the trigger, but they are worried because Tampa is eyeing him up.
Yeah. And Tampa, man, and imagine Tampa with that guy, man. I mean, you still got Godwin. You could possibly re-sign Evans. Rashad White's getting better.
It's crazy that y'all say that because we started our mock drafts for next year. I mean, this has nothing to do with real football. We do fantasy. We started doing our mock drafts and all that. And we started analyzing players. And believe it or not, we don't have Jaden Daniels in the top 5.
Top 5 of what?
Quarterbacks, rookies next year.
That depends on where he goes.
I know. I'm just saying we're doing our ratings. That's all.
Listen to me.
Landing spots everything with these dynasty drafts.
And sometimes that plays in your favor. I agree with you, Darren.
If he goes to Tampa or he goes to the Saints or anywhere in the NFC South, which he's not going to Carolina, he's not going to go to Atlanta because they think they got their quarterbacks, which is retarded or dumb. I'm sorry. I got to stop saying that word. That's not a good word.
That's a bad word.
Dumb.
We're 80s kids, man. We're 80s kids.
Bro, I said it, and my wife come and glued on me. Can't believe it. So anyway, we call it dumb. We call it dumb.
Yeah.
But he's going to be, I mean, look what he's doing right now. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He's really smart. I don't understand why people don't put him in a top 8 quarterback next year with the right scheme.
Darren, somebody said, Lance said they need to drug test Dennis Allen.
No, hey, look, dude, it all needs to start from the top, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Look, I mean, here's the thing, man, dude. Mickey Loomis, listen, man, somebody's got to get on Gail's ass here. I mean, I know she's the owner. She can do whatever she wants to the team.
Steven
just the good old boys have to go.
Steven just commented and said dumb is the Saints front office.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The good old boys. See, Gail, the problem was you had Sean Payton dictating everything, which was great when he's here. But when fucking Sean Payton goes to the Mile High Club, you know what I'm saying? Here we are. We got a bunch of numbnuts like Pete Carmichael, Dennis Allen. There's no more Dan Campbell's. There's no more Aaron Glenn. You don't have anybody to even go to. I mean, like Darren was saying, Ronald Curry is the only guy with some kind of encouraging factor about him. But it's bad, dude. It's a bad coaching staff. It's a bad front office.
Another guy we let off the hook that we had high hopes for was Juwan Johnson. He's been a freaking disappointment.
He's been fucking awful. He's been terrible, man. He has been like shit bad. Like he's been real. I mean, dude, how many blocks does that guy miss this year? How many times has he dropped a pass? He gets minimal separation. He's been to me one of the most disappointing players on the team because I thought this kid was turning the corner last year.
What'd you say, Coach?
He's been hurt though. You got to give him a little bit of credit, but that pass that he missed whatever hell day it was, Sunday, in his hands that led to the interception, they should have sat his ass down the rest of the game.
Yeah, Sean Payton would have never played that
Randy
shit,
said, hey, Darren, Randy B said Loomis is hitting Gale. I said, boy, you better stop that.
It might be, man, at this point. I mean, you can keep your job and do that shit.
No, you're gonna tell me for all that money and about 100,000 acres of hunting land, you ain't hitting that? You crazy. Hey, listen though, Mickey Loomis is a genius when it comes to the salary cap. That's why you got to keep Mickey. That's why you got to keep Mickey. But listen what I'm saying. If they can't get that shit together, Mickey can't fire Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen can't fire Pete Carmichael. Wipe this bitch clean.
But listen, but Darren, me and Dave both agreed last week, and I don't know if you agree with this. I know you wasn't on the show, but me and Dave both agreed that we have come to the conclusion that this is not a very good football team.
No, we're not a good football team. I said 7-10 at the beginning of the season.
Thank you. So we all agree on that.
I mean, it's just you kick yourself in the ass so many times. I mean, Eric McCoy, who, I had a lot of respect for this kid, one of the best centers in the league coming in this year. I mean, there was a situation in this game. He had back-to-back penalties. I mean, you do so much shit to shoot yourself in the foot. Drop passes, back-to-back penalties on the same guy. I mean, just blown coverages at times. I mean, Sam Laporta, hey, I like this kid a lot. But, I mean, we made him look like Gronk in his prime. You know what I mean? We did the same thing with T.J. Hawkinson. We can't cover tight ends. We can't cover the middle of the field at all, yet we get no pass rush. So, to me, how's the middle – Darren, I mean, look, you're a defensive guy. You don't have the field protected at all in the middle, but yet you cannot establish any pass rush. Like, what the hell's going on here?
That's because he's playing the bullshit zone and the linebackers are spreading out. So you leave the middle of the field open. And then when they come up, they're not sending them. So you're going to send Pete and DeMario in the middle like they're going to come into the A-gaps. And they just dropping back at a 45, which leaves it wide open for the underneath.
Yeah, it feels like we're getting destroyed in the middle of the field more than we ever have in years past.
Ryan, look, one of our regular calls, and my brother Ryan posted. He said just now. He said the team is not playing for leadership. They are playing through. They are playing through the motions for a paycheck. Horrible leadership. I agree.
It does feel that way, man. I mean, it feels like there's a lot of guys. I mean, you can obviously see the ones who are giving a little effort, and there's some that are just hot dogging a little bit. But, I mean, there's no direction there, man.
I think that statement is very accurate. That team looks just like that. What he just said. It does. I'm sorry, it does.
Well, Richie, they have no identity, and I hate to say this. I look at Atlanta, and like Darren said, there's no fucking way Desmond Ritter's a starting quarterback in this league. I mean, they need to get a quarterback next year. But I'll say this: other than that, that team has some fucking direction. They know they're starting to build an identity for themselves. They have a plan. You know what I mean?
Randy says AK is going after this year. Y'all agree?
I'd have to see what his cap number's like. But, man, here's a problem. Here's another guy that, you signed, Jamal Williams. Jamal, you got a multi-year deal with him, and he's done absolutely nothing. And he really hasn't had enough opportunity to do anything. I mean, Jamal, I mean, Kendre Miller's a possibility, but, I mean, Kendre's been hurt, so we don't really know what he has yet.
Lance just made a great point. He said the Saints front office needs to learn from the Pelicans front office. Well, don't look Mickey Loomis run both.
No, look, hey, the Pelicans, I mean, David Griffin is where it all starts there. I mean, David Griffin took that.
But who is David Griffin? Who is David Griffin's boss?
Well, I mean, he's in, but at least, but here's the thing. David Griffin's like, well, hey, I'm not going to take this fucking job if you clowns think y'all are fucking making basketball decisions. You know what I'm saying? David Griffin's like, hey, motherfucker, I got a title. I have LeBron, but hey, I got Kyrie.
Look, hey, Darren, David makes cursing sound so smooth.
Hey, you heard me? Listen to me.
Well, I try to practice beforehand, man, on my way in front of the mirror. Trying to Ron Burgundy it.
You heard me? Pete's involved, but David Griffin makes the decision.
Absolutely.
The Pelicans.
And look how deep the Pelicans are. The Pelicans are absolutely loaded with talent. They just got to stay healthy. And this rest shit's got to come to an end at some point.
Yeah.
But that's nothing to do with coaching or the front office.
Well, listen.
Right.
Lance made a great point. Lance made a great point in the difference of the two front offices. David Griffin's also hitting on his draft picks, which he has.
Absolutely. I mean, when you can go grab Herb Jones and Trey Murphy and Jose Alvarado, all, like not inside the lottery area. You know what I'm saying? Dyson has a lot of potential. I mean, you're hitting on all these picks, basically. You know what I mean? The only one they haven't hit on is Kyra Lewis. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I mean, dude, the moves have been money.
So listen. Of course, people have been wanting to talk about this too. I mean, let's change subjects for a little bit. Darren's good with this. I know you are, Dave. A lot of heat and a lot of conversations have been with these college playoff brackets.
I knew this was coming.
I might kick this one a little more to Darren. I know Darren and you, Richie. I mean, I watch a little college, man, but I'm more watching for scouting purposes with the.
Go ahead, Coach.
All right, so listen to me. I know a lot of people gonna say I hate on Bama, so I'm gonna get it out the way. Fuck Bama. That's first things first. That's off the bat. But if we're keeping it 100, look, Bama's playing some really good ball. There's no way you could keep Michigan out.
Right.
Washington out. The problem I have with it is this. Florida State, they said the reason why Florida State isn't in it is because that quarterback got hurt. Okay, they still 13-0,
yeah,
4-5 conference championship, undefeated with a third string quarterback. Third string.
Yeah.
And don't forget,
I agree there.
Several years back, Ohio State had a similar situation. Maybe Cornell Jones.
Yeah.
Maybe there might have been. He found out the day of the championship or the playoff game I think against Alabama, if I'm not mistaken, that he was starting. The kid ran into the locker room and puked. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think you should jump from 8 to 4 because you win your conference and jump over somebody who's undefeated who won that conference.
So you would be okay with them leaving out the SEC team?
Hold up. You're getting to my point here. Now, everybody knows what just happened yesterday or the day before with Disney, correct?
Yeah.
Disney signed a $3 billion deal with the SEC.
Got it.
We all on the same page, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think for 1 minute that the college football committee is going to let Disney's steakhouse, which is either Georgia or Alabama, not make the playoffs?
I agree.
Once that happened,
Listen,
it was a done deal. Either Georgia or Bama was getting in because of that. If not, I mean, it's $3 billion. It ain't no $3 million.
But this is here's my take on it. This is something that we don't do favors for people because of records of being 13-0. First, I want to say I feel horrible for Florida State. I really do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is the ultimate responsibility of the committee to put the best 4 teams in the playoffs. No record bearing at all. That's it. I think they were stupid for leaving Georgia out.
Look, I think it's all kinds of problems, Rich.
Georgia
I mean,
and
like
Alabama is going to wax the field with any of those teams right now. Any one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sucks. I mean, Disney, look, dude, I play with stocks and shit a little bit, and I can tell you this, Disney's stock's been a mess. They're bringing back the CEO from before, and it's a clusterfuck.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That's a great statement.
But it's true, though. It's true. Look how many people, Disney owns ESPN and everything else, and, I mean, look at all the cutbacks there. So, like Darren's saying, Alabama's a massive fucking draw. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You really wipe, that's the Southeast. Look how many stupid-ass fans are claiming SEC before anything else. You know what I mean?
But, Dave, people don't realize this, and I'm sure Darren knows this, too. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this committee picking the top 4 teams. A lot goes into it. And believe it or not, in the book itself, it says the rules. It states that you can be penalized for losing a starting quarterback. It says it in there.
But
that's fucking nuts. I'd be pissed if I'm those kids, if I'm those fans.
Question. What's Tulane's coach's name that's leaving? Will whatever.
Willie Fritz. Yeah.
If he was coaching Alabama, no different. Right now, he was coaching instead of Nick Saban. You think they going from 8 to 4 and making the playoffs?
No.
So you think
monkeys
so you think, all right?
So
you think they in because of Nick Saban?
Fuck yeah! What you mean?
All right, let me ask you this. All right, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If it was Deion Sanders coaching Florida State this year, they in?
Oh yeah, I say yeah. I'm going. Yeah, they want personality. They want ratings.
The committee would have a big old problem because you got 2 coaches who attract attention. But listen, probably not because of the SEC. And
you know what? Listen. You know what messed this whole thing up? And I'm just talking because my voice. I'm talking loud because my voice is low. Another thing that nobody wants to talk about is, you know who screwed all this up too? The TCU debacle from last year, getting blown out.
Yeah,
by 60 points. Nobody wants to see that again either.
Wait, hold on.
It's all about money.
How bad we beat Oklahoma when LSU won in 2019?
It wasn't that bad, D.
It was bad.
It was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
It was a massacre from the beginning to the end. We pulled the gas off. And then Burrow threw 7 touchdowns in the championship game? That's a massacre. It doesn't matter if a team's going to get beat. If they do and they're supposed to be there, that's what it is. Can you imagine me telling my little league team, hey, look, fellas, I know we won the championship, our district, and we undefeated.
But your team's not voted. But you're down. But all due respect, your team's not voted. Your team's voted in based on their record, not a committee. If you don't want to vote a team in by the committee and you want to go by records, there are plenty of teams that's going to get in that are undeserving, dude.
So what happens when or if Florida State beats Georgia? You know they ranked number 3 in the AP polls, right?
Yes.
So you know what happens if the 1 and 2 lose and Georgia loses to Florida State? You can have a
Darren, you honestly think you're a coach, dude? Honestly, right now, I get what you're saying. You think Florida State can beat Alabama right now?
Listen what I'm telling you. That does not have nothing to do with it.
Why
Listen
doesn't it?
It doesn't, though, because they was number 8, Richie. They wasn't number 5. That's on the outside looking in.
I'm not disagreeing with you. That was a high jump. That surprised the hell out of me too.
How can you get penalized for winning a game?
Yeah,
Florida State won.
Florida State was third,
So
right?
you would have respected if they would have kept Georgia in it and not Florida State.
They undefeated 2 years in a row and never a 2-year champion. Damn right, I would. Florida, Georgia going from 1 to 4, I can understand that. Bama going from 8 to 4, I don't understand.
Because here's the deal: losing when you lose matters too in college football.
Oh, so you lost at home. You lost at home to Texas. So the only people that they were saying is, oh, which one should be in, Texas or should it be Alabama? But they couldn't say that because guess who would be in? Texas would be in over Alabama because they got a head-to-head. They got a head-to-head. So when you look at the records, they both champions. They both had the same record, but I beat you, so you can't be in over me, so I'm going to let you in with me.
Okay.
Look, I mean, guys, this is why college football is one of my least favorite sports, and I know I'm gonna have some backlash from that. But I'll tell you, I think it's all bullshit politics. It's been for a long time. It goes back to the '80s Notre Dames, the '90s Florida States, the Miamis. It's new. It's all like Darren said right now about Alabama. It's political, man. Like you know what I mean. It's not. You're not getting a fair system. I know they're trying to change that, but like if shit like this keeps happening, where you let a team come in like Alabama just because they're a big ratings draw. Well, I mean, it's all about money, dude. And that's the problem with college football.
I think them going to a 12-team playoff bracket next year is going to help out a lot of this. It really is.
Is it really?
I mean, it could. It could.
Yes. Not going to help nothing.
Why?
Because the teams 6, 7 through 12 are going to get fucking destroyed.
Well, that's the reason they're doing this is because they're not pleasing y'all with the top.
Well, look. I mean, hey, I'm good with the expanded playoff format and less bullshit games against like Nicholls State and like Southwest Missouri State. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't just say what messed it up was I'm talking to
yes,
Richard.
I'm agreeing with you. Yes.
Just now say what messed it up debacle last year with TCU.
Yep.
Well, can you imagine if Tulane snuck by SMU and they made it to the top?
I got news for you, Darren. If it was a 12 seed this year, LSU would make it, and I would be scared of LSU if I was another team. Okay,
but here's the question. If Tulane would have won against SMU, they said that the early predictions for the top 12, to make the players would have been Tulane. Tulane would have played against like Michigan or something like that. They would have got beat by 70.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then, Darren. Do you think this has a lot of reflection on the SEC and being down this year?
I mean, we have a losing record against the ACC or whatever it is. I think it's a Big 12, one out of that.
7-9. Right. I think it's a lot to do with the NIL, the transfer protocol. I think college football in general is completely changing. And like what Dave just said, it's becoming to where people is not going to like it no more. It's to be like, it's political, man. And these universities are making a killing. The players, most of them get shafted with the exception of a few like Caleb Williams. And I mean, it's a money drop, dude. It's gotten more political. It's almost like Roger Goodell's running the NFL and college football right now. It's just gotten, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not fair the way the system is. I mean, if I'm Florida State, dude, I'm pissed. Absolutely pissed. If I ended up in the top 4 when the season ended and I won, I want to stay in that top 4. Go ahead, Darren.
The transfer portal really blows my fucking mind, too. I don't like it. Now, I'm not saying there's not reasons for transfer. I'm a coach, okay? I'm a coach. I go get me the #1 defensive end in the country, okay? Boom. He's coming in, but I'm a defensive coordinator, and then a position comes available for me to take a head coaching role somewhere else, okay? So I'll leave the university. I agree with letting that kid transfer, okay? Because he wanted to come play for me, per se. I told y'all this on the podcast before. Players play for coaches. They don't play for the university. You think anybody's really playing for Alabama? They playing for Nick Saban.
They're ready to get the fuck out of Tuscaloosa as soon as listen,
I want to get Darren. I want to get to a comment that Ryan just posted. He said, "Do you think it'd be better if they did a divisional playoffs, meaning the top teams from each division play?"
I mean, listen, you can actually do conference championships. Make everybody. There's no independence. You got to play in a division with a championship. Notre Dame, all of them. There's no independence. You got your SEC, your Big 12, you know, whatever you have. Your ACCs, you take all of them champions, no matter what their records are, and you let them play.
Out of all the college sports, it's by far the worst fucking system. I mean, everybody loves the baseball setup, the College World Series, the NCAA basketball tournament.
Because in a way, I agree with you, Darren. But here's the thing: if they're gonna say a committee's gonna vote the teams in, then do away with the damn records because it don't matter.
I agree with you, but the committee could be around to figure out what seed you want to let the conference champions be seeded at. Alabama won, so they would be in. Texas is in. And then you figure it out how you got them based. Like, there's no way Texas could be under Alabama because they won the head-on-head.
Well, let me ask you this question, because I know you're a diehard LSU fan as they come, and I also asked this to one of my dear friends. He's a diehard LSU fan, and I said this. I asked him this question. I said, if LSU would have been in Alabama's position, would you have told your team, now literally, as a fan, would you have said, you know what, we shouldn't be there, we don't deserve to be there, give it to Florida State?
Listen to me, if I'm ranked 8th,
if LSU was in a position, would you be okay with saying, I'm not watching the game? He said, I would not even watch the game and did that to Florida.
No, see, that's bullshit. That's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true. Yeah. Once you get it, you got it. But what
you can't do that to your kids. You can't do that to your kids.
I'm Brian Kelly, all right, and we won the SEC championship, all right, and we ranked 8th. After the game, my post-game speech would be like, listen, we did what we needed to do. I hope we get a really good bowl game. You know, we had to handle business a little bit earlier. We number 8. We are one-loss team. They got several teams that's undefeated in front of us. So don't be mad if we get a New Year's 6 game or whatever it is and we don't make the playoffs. You have to prepare them for that. There's no way you can say, oh, well, we won the SEC championship. We number 8. We should be number 4 now. Get the fuck out of here. That sounds dumb.
So you'd better just leaving all the SEC out.
I mean, I'm an SEC fan. I would hate to say this, but yeah, I don't think Bama deserves to be in. And if anybody, a one-loss Georgia team, 2 years undefeated.
So for the first time in a very long time, you don't think the SEC is deserving of being in the college playoffs right now?
No, I don't.
All right, that's fair enough.
I agree. I feel like we're running our heads in the wall about college football. I mean, I want to talk about. Did we bring up our records and our picks from last week? Because man, I just want to say something. I want to change gears a little bit here for a second, because somebody on here said the fucking Eagles would get their ass handed to them by the 49ers, and hey, 49ers are the best fucking team in football. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree with you.
I would bet, if I had to bet right now a team to win the Super Bowl, I'm putting everything on the 49ers. If they stay healthy, if Brock Purdy plays, McCaffrey plays, that's all they need on offense. Those two, they can make everything else work.
But Dave, why do people say about 49ers, if they're intact, they can win it all?
Well, no, I mean, I think, you got to have Purdy healthy.
I know several teams that can win without. I know several teams that can win without being intact.
Yeah, tell me who. Tell me who.
You know the injury some teams.
If Jalen Hurts gets hurt in Philadelphia, this season's over. Yeah.
Hey, listen, Philly's not. The Chiefs ain't.
Yeah.
San Francisco ain't. Dallas.
If any team, there's no team that can lose their starting quarterback right now.
No. I'm not saying starting. No, listen to me. I'm not saying starting quarterbacks. I'm saying they said they lose Debo and they lost their left tackle. They couldn't.
Well, you know what? Let's say this. Debo, they can lose Debo. I think you know what? And I'll retract my statement. I think they can lose McCaffrey. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Debo, they're starting to get him back into that. Hold on. I'm just saying. But we're talking about, okay, they can handle a McCaffrey loss better than Philadelphia can handle A.J. Brown, Travis Kelce loss, if that makes any sense. That's where I'm going with that. Because they still have the weapons, and their system is so sharp. Even
if viewers are owning up to their mistakes on the picks last week.
I'm just saying, like, hey, look, dude, I'm saying San Francisco, I call it all day. I think they're the best team in the league. I think they're better than the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a damn good team, but I think San Francisco beats them 3-4 times over.
Hey, we were wrong on Jacksonville.
We were. I mean, some of that's Lawrence getting hurt. But, hey, look, I know Chris. Look, Chris,
no,
Chris.
No.
I'm not about the Houston Texans right now, man.
Do that. Lawrence could have stayed in that game. Cincinnati was winning that game.
Hey, hold on. That's what I was about to ask y'all. Who y'all picked in the Cincinnati game? Because y'all really thought
Jaguars. We picked Jaguars.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I went Jaguars. I mean, I did. I definitely went Jaguars.
Hey, I would have went with you. I mean, did you really think this kid's coming back? But Chase coming back helps them, though.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that kid Brownie. I like him.
Hey, he looked good from the little bit I watched. I had the regional for pool this weekend, the state regional, so I didn't get to watch much football.
Good. Well, listen, before we drive into the picks what people love, we're going to talk into them because believe it or not, people say they look forward to that every week.
There you go, man.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I want to dive into a little bit, maybe for about 5 minutes of Pelicans talk because our boys are headed to Las Vegas to play for this ridiculous thing, whatever they call it.
I mean, what the fuck did they get? Like a lifetime supply of Jordans? Like, what the fuck did they win?
They get $500,000.
$500,000.
Really? That's what it, see, here's my thing. If you want to really make this fucking tournament badass, and dude, I'm a big baseball fan. I'm a big basketball fan. I know there's a lot of games. But if you really want to fucking up the ante, you got to give that team some kind of tiebreaker or some kind of advantage. When the season ends, you got to have like a 1-game up or 2-game up. You know what I'm saying? Where you can jump over somebody in the standings. It's got to be some kind of like, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be a real incentive to make this shit really intense.
I know me, you and Darren, we some big football. We all some basketball fans. We love basketball.
Because who the fuck's going to care about this in Met?
I'm going to tell you right now, and this is just my opinion, and we just said it about the 49ers. And it's a big if the Pelicans can stay healthy and keep this team intact, I think they are at least the second best team in the West.
I think they could beat anybody's ass any given night if they're healthy. I really do. I mean, I've been talking about – I know Ponder said, obvious. I've been on Trey Murphy since summer league.
I got Denver over him. I got to go with Denver and just because
I'll tell you this, though. I want a healthy Pelican squad, dude. I'm telling you, Trey Murphy, I've been saying this for the longest time.
Yep.
He doesn't get enough hype down here. All these fucking sportscasters down here. Listen, Zion and B.I., no doubt about it. But Trey Murphy is a bad motherfucker, dude. He's 23 years old. This kid's getting better and better. He can play defense. And once he learns how to get off the dribble a little more, I mean, his shot's ridiculous. The dude's like 6'9", 6'10".
The problem is the good thing about this team is the interaction and the depth on this team that you could take one player off the bench.
Absolutely.
You're not missing a beat.
Look at McCollum. I mean, McCollum off the injury, dude. He's blended right back in. I mean, CJ looks great right now. You know, I mean, Dyson Daniels, we've seen that.
Look,
I mean,
Lance just said it, and I agree with him. Herb Jones is the glue to this team. I agree.
Oh, no, hey, and that's a good point. I can't believe I'm overshadowing Herb because I think Herb, that contract extension, that's what a good fucking organization does versus the Saints. You don't give a contract extension to a guy past their prime and try to keep them in uniform just because they're a fan favorite. And you give a contract extension to a kid that's showing potential and who's hungry and who dominates defensively.
Good,
you know what? You know who I think's the glue to the team besides Herb Jones? And it ain't gonna be none of the ones that we mentioned already. That big ass Russian or Czechoslovakian motherfucker.
Oh, Jonas?
God damn, bro.
Listen, Jonas doesn't get enough appreciation either, man. I think Jonas deserves a lot more credit.
You know what? I wish Fatty was on here because I would love to know what the hell's his name? It's I don't know how to say it.
Valanciunas?
Yeah, whatever you said. Listen, when that guy scores over 20 points, I would love to know what our winning percentage is. I bet you it's 80% or better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's a good point. Hey, look. I mean, look, Jonas, dude, Herb Jones. I mean, Herb Jones, man, he's getting better offensively, man. He moves well without the ball. He's got a good shot, but I don't want to see him fall in love with that three too much. But when he moves without the ball, this kid, dude, his energy level, he does shit that you see championship teams do. He's got that juice. I mean, you put this kid in a playoff series, he's going to make shit happen, dude, on both ends.
Hey, hold up. I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question for us, nothing to do with sports. Listen,
all right.
I got to do a better job of promoting this. Now, where's the dancing bear at? I thought he was the promoter of the group.
Man, listen.
We'll talk all this shit about promoting, man.
We'll talk about this off camera. We got a lot of stuff.
No, I'm doing it on camera, brother.
I like Darren's move here, man.
Listen, we've been asked to go on remote locations to do different businesses. They want us to come on live and do it.
I got some bears sitting there watching James tape right now.
I'm sure where I tailgate at would love us to be there for the last Saints game. We could do that there. But what I was getting at is everybody please share this, like this, and invite your friends.
Oh, yeah. It takes time, man, but we're going to keep establishing it, man. We're going to keep getting it out there for sure, man. Because, I mean, there's some other podcasts that aren't so good out there that basically everybody agrees with each other and they say vanilla shit that doesn't make any sense and they make horrible predictions. Dude, hey, look, I'm going to say this. Our fucking takes are badass. We're not saying that C.J. Stroud was a bust after one preseason game like some of these podcasts. Look, dude, we've been fucking on point. We're wrong sometimes. Hey, look, Jacksonville lost, but motherfucker, we're right a lot, dude. And we're wrong about some shit, but we covered up the right way. You know what I'm saying? We make it entertaining when we're fucking wrong. Those guys on these other podcasts, look, it's boring. It's fucking inaccurate.
I tell you what, I'm not tooting our horn, but I get several friends of mine and people that have watched this and stuff. And believe it or not, another thing people's like, he's talking about with the viewers and stuff. Believe it or not, I found out today through Facebook and through other sources, just because we don't see the person as a viewer on here, they can still listen to you without actually clicking on you live.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I got you.
Well, listen to me, like Shane and Joey, they also do. It's going to be a good podcast today. So they all, everybody's tuning in. But listen, if they could see our messenger, son of a bitch, we go hard in messenger.
Yeah, we do.
We go hard.
That Dancing Bear. Where's Dancing Bear? I mean, he could have his Winston jersey on there right now. He had
me so pissed off the other day. I got off for a little while.
We got to send, listen, my boy Ryan said we got to send him a Fanatic podcast Fanatic top fan pick.
That's what we need to do, man. Look, I'm not saying we always right. Drew wrong a lot. I mean, I'm a fantasy.
That is something I'm working on. We're all gonna do shirts and stuff like that. We're all gonna start giving stuff out. Listen, we can only get as big as the people on here. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is the thing I said, and Darren will tell you this, Dave, and I said this. When we did my friends, by the way, Darren came, thank you for coming. When I did my DJ group, if Darren will tell you, Darren's been knowing me for a long time, and he knows how close-knit I am with people. And I stay in a certain circle with people. Darren knows this. The people, when I bring people around me, it's people that I'm close with, I can trust, and everything and people I appreciate. You always got to have good people in your life. I always told me and Darren always agreed on that. It's the truth.
Oh, yeah. We're not trying to cash app you for no shit. You know what I'm saying?
And look, like Darren said, we can heat it.
Fans, man, without everybody watching, I mean, we could just get on Facebook Messenger and, FaceTime each other. We do this for us. We do this for y'all, too. Oh, the Dancing Bear is around. Holy shit. What's up, Pancho?
Man, I got infusions I go through, man.
You all right? You doing better?
How you feeling?
Man. But trying to knock down these big old knots on my
I know you're right. I always got you in my prayers, my brother, always.
Yeah, man.
You might bust your balls, but nobody else can, you know what I mean?
I just try to get different views, man.
Listen, y'all, if y'all don't know it, y'all keep Pancho on y'all prayers out there, seriously, because we joke about it, but the dude's bearing a serious battle, man. Look, y'all keep him in y'all prayers.
Hey, so look, Richie, come on, let's get these things done. I got a pool match. All
right, let's go. All right, Pancho, you're gonna join right quick. We're gonna go do these picks real quick.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Listen, first up, this terrible game. We got Pittsburgh. We got New England at Pittsburgh.
Who will start?
I mean, that's ugly. I mean, again, that's Mr. Trubisky.
New England's getting 6.
Getting 6?
Yeah.
What's the over-under? Tell me 39.
It's got to be the 30.
29 and a half.
Yeah.
29?
Yeah.
29 and a half.
I'm still probably go with the under, bro.
Well, you know what's happening. I'm gonna tell you guys this before you bet that over under, Darren. I think Ramondre Stevenson's got the injury that's gonna keep him out.
Look, Ryan says Pitt. Randy says Pitt.
Without Ramondre Stevenson, I'm not buying Ezekiel Elliott and Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones. So I mean, Pittsburgh's got to win. Their defense is going to score 10 points.
All right, y'all. Up next, we got Jacksonville at Cleveland. Jacksonville's getting 3, of course, probably because of Trevor Lawrence being out.
Cleveland. I'm going Cleveland.
Out? He's hurt permanently?
Well, he's got a sprain, high ankle sprain, severely.
Oh yeah, where it's at in Cleveland.
In Cleveland,
yeah.
I wouldn't give a shit if he was healthy. Cleveland at home is nasty.
Over under is only 30.
Oh, I'm taking Cleveland in the over.
Who you got, Pancho?
Man, that's still gonna be an ugly game, man. What CJ did come in and took over Lawrence didn't look good at all.
All right.
So even you got to go with the home team at this point.
All right. Randy says Browns. Lance says Browns. Steven says Jags. Ryan says the Browns too. All right, I got Cleveland. Up next, we got the Rams at Baltimore. The Rams are getting 7.
Baltimore.
At Baltimore?
Baltimore's rested too, coming off a bye. Yeah.
Let's go over under.
40.
I'm going to go Ravens and under for parlay.
What's the weather conditions out there? Anybody knows that? Fatty?
Snow.
Is
Hey,
he
Fatty.
snow? It's snow? Oh,
Fatty. Calling Fatty.
fuck. He's got to come out with a fucking weatherman thing, man. He's got to come out like Britt Tamlin.
I'm actually gonna go Ravens. Who you got, Pancho?
I mean, Ravens is what the hottest team in the league right now.
Yeah.
Man.
So Darren, you got Ravens too?
Ravens in the under.
Dave?
I'm gonna go Ravens and under if it is snow.
All right. Ryan says Ravens. Lance says Ravens. Steven says Rams and the points. I agree with that. And Randy said
Steven likes to go against us sometimes.
Randy says Ravens too. Up next, we got the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears, and the Bears are getting 3.5.
What?
Oh, I'm taking Lions minus those points.
All day. I'll take the Lions minus 7 for the
over under 40.
Yeah. What's the weather like in Chi, man, right now? I know it's gonna be cold and windy.
And I want y'all to put it on record. I'm actually gonna go with Chicago.
Richard, you've been on them goddamn medicines for a couple of days now. You ain't feeling good, bro. Stop it.
No, I think Chicago's been playing better ball. I really do.
But they're not gonna beat Detroit. Detroit's good.
I think Detroit can run the football better than Chicago, man. I think that's going to be a difference maker than Chicago.
I'm going to look.
Detroit is another team that plays to their opponent's abilities. They're not blowing anybody out the league. They just
David Montgomery's going to go.
Lance Ryan, Steven, and Randy all say Lions. Who you got, Pancho?
Yeah, it's going to be the Lions, but.
Dave, are you taking those points? Are you taking the points?
Dave, yeah, I'm taking the points.
No, I'm taking Lions minus. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking Lions minus 3.5.
All right.
Hey, hold up. Side bet. Montgomery rushes for 100 yards.
It could happen. It could happen.
Wait, what? Yeah, against his old team. You're right, Dave.
Well, dude, look at Lions yards per carry this year. They're running the ball. Those 2 tackles can block, man.
All right, next up, we got Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Whoo, shit. Man, at Atlanta, and not that's much of a home field over there, but man, I'm gonna go with Tampa freaking Bay, man. I think Tampa plays the run historically well. I think Ritter's the worst of the 2 evils. I'm going with Tampa. I think Godwin's a little healthier, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going Tampa too.
How many people are gonna make that weekend trip to the Saints LSU game?
That's a pretty good. We talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a nice doubleheader to take.
The tickets for LSU is outrageous, though.
Yeah, we usually go to the.
So who you got? Who you got, Pancho?
Man, I ain't gonna pick either one because I don't want either one to win.
All right, good.
Hey, Richard? What's the spread again? What's the spread?
2.5, Tampa.
Where they playing at?
In
Atlanta. But like Darren, you know that shit though. There's no home field over there. Man.
Yeah, I mean, true. But listen to me. I think I just read something. There's like 22 or 23 straight series that they never gave up a touchdown though.
Yeah.
Who's that? Atlanta.
Who you going with?
I'll go with Tampa.
I'm not going with Tampa, but I'm not.
I know. Randy says Atlanta. Steven says Bucks. Ryan says Atlanta.
I'm going Tampa in the points, man.
Lance says right, Pancho.
Tampa minus the points, man.
Going for a tie.
All right, next up we got the Colts at the Bengals.
Yeah.
1 point game, basically a pick 'em.
Who's favored?
The Colts.
Ooh, man.
I'll take Cincinnati with 1.
Y'all are not giving Gardner Minshew no love, man.
I'm with you. Pancho, I'm with you.
A couple weeks ago against
Pancho, I'm with you. I'm going with the Coach.
Hey, I'm going.
Let me ask this: Can we finally put Gardner Minshew over Jameis Winston, Pancho, or what?
Yes.
No.
All right. That was a conversation at one point. That's all I'm saying.
Richie,
huh?
I'm taking the Bengals on the money line. I'm not going to get a minus 1.
Ryan says
minus
Coach.
1. You might as well go money.
Ryan says Coach. Steven says Bengals. Randy says Bengals. Lance says who drew?
Yeah, I mean, look, Taylor's still out, right? Taylor's got the thumb injury, so I mean, I don't think Moss. I don't know, man. I think the Bengals defense is good, a little bit better than the Colts defense. So I like Cincy in this game. Browning might have found a little confidence.
Next up, we got the Texans at the Jets.
Texans.
Man, the Jets can't get offense going, man. I think the Texans keep it going, man.
I mean, the Texans. Yeah, I mean, the coach can
What's
get
the-
off the coach of
What's
the year,
the
man.
spread?
The spread's 5.5.
Jets are
I mean,
getting
look,
5.5.
now remember Tank Dell's out too. Remember Tank Dell's season-ending injury,
He's
but I
out
think
for
they
the
got
year,
guys
yeah.
that step in.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still going Houston.
All
8
right. Who you got, Pancho?
I'm gonna go with Houston, man.
I'm going Houston as well. Dave, you too?
Yeah, and I think C.J. Stroud's a legit MVP candidate, man.
All right. Steven says Texans. Ryan says Texas. Randy says Texas.
Coach of the year can go there too.
Oh, here's a good one,
Yeah.
y'all. Seattle at 49ers. Seattle is getting 10.5 points.
Wow, that is a fucking hard spread. The 49ers are going to win this game.
I will take the 10.5 points. These two teams
10.5
always
is a
play
lot.
each other.
And I'll say this: if you guys watch those last few meetings between these
Come on,
teams,
Darren.
they
You know
cannot fucking block
you get the
San
divisional
Francisco.
game. You get the divisional game. You got to take them 10.5 points.
Hey,
Their
what's
offensive line struggles with San Francisco terribly.
What's the money line?
The money line, oh, Lord, 480.
San Francisco's minus 480.
No, San Francisco's minus
Yeah.
650.
Yeah, it's. I mean, look, dude. I don't see how the Seahawks win. Geno looked really good. DK looked good, but DK struggled with Ward a little bit.
Over under 47.
Hey, I'm gonna take San Francisco minus the points.
It could happen, man. This could be a blowout.
Ryan says Niners. Randy says Niners. Steven says Niners, and they beat the spread. Okay.
Dude, they do not block. I'm telling you, watch that offensive line of Seattle versus their front.
Who you going with,
They
Pancho?
dominate them.
I think Seattle covers.
Who you got, Darren?
I'm taking San Francisco minus whatever.
Who you got, Dave?
Man, I don't know if I do the points, but San Francisco definitely wins this game. It's close to being a point.
I'm taking Seattle in the 10.5.
Hey, listen, check this out. Seattle's offensive line ain't that great, and don't forget San Francisco's got the best D line in football.
That's what I'm saying, Darren. If you watch, I'm telling you, they dominate these guys. Geno is under constant pressure when they play.
Next up, we got Minnesota at the Raiders.
Oh, fuck.
That's an interesting game, man. That's an interesting.
I'm taking Minnesota. I'm not even thinking about it twice.
Who's starting for Minnesota is the question.
Justin Jefferson's coming back. I'm taking Minnesota.
Who is starting for him, though? Who's throwing?
You know who's starting.
I thought they were benching his ass.
They stupid. No, they not. Stop.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go back with Dobbs. I mean,
thank you, Pancho.
Hey, Aiden O'Connell hasn't been terrible either, though.
Connell's playing for his job. He better play Dobbs.
Where they playing at?
In Vegas.
Oh, fuck.
What's the spread? So I'm assuming, what's the spread, Rich? Vikings, I'm sure, the favorite,
Four and a
right?
half, 3.5.
Three.
Man, that's something weird feels like it's going to happen in that game, man.
Well, why y'all thinking?
I'm not fucking sold on the Vikings. They've been like this team that wins a lot of close games last 2 years.
Ryan's got Raiders. Steven's got Vikings. Lance got Raiders.
Hey,
I'm gonna take Raiders in the points, man.
Huh?
Instead of Shane on, Shane's a Raiders fan. I think I'm at
He
the
didn't say nothing yet. He didn't say nothing yet.
Rich, you said 3.5, right? 3.5?
Three. No, three. Ain't no 3.5.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Vikings.
I think it is. It's a close game, man. I don't know.
Come on, man. This game ain't that important. Let's pick something.
It's not important, but I'm going to say Raiders in the points, man. I'm taking Raiders plus that 3.
All right. Next up, we got Denver at the Chargers.
Division game?
Huh?
I tell you, is it safe to say the Chargers might have a new head coach next year?
He's not. He might. I don't know.
He's out of there because he don't want to fire his coordinator.
Yeah, sounds like somebody we know.
Right.
I'm going with Denver. I'm going Denver.
What's the spread?
Yeah, I think Peyton gets Denver to bounce back. I think the Chargers have a lot of problems.
2.5?
Yep.
Oh, I'm taking Denver. I'm taking Denver all day.
Denver's getting 2.5.
I'm taking Denver in the points.
Who you got, Pancho?
The Chargers are having issues over there, man. Wide receiver issues.
So you got Chargers?
No, man. So no.
You going Denver?
Coming off their loss.
Who you got, Dave?
I'm going Denver. I think the Chargers are like the Saints of the AFC, basically.
Ryan says Denver. Randy says Denver. Steven says Denver. Lance says Denver. Next up, y'all, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, shit.
Where?
Kansas. It's in Kansas City. Buffalo's getting 10.
Oh,
this is a game that's Buffalo's getting 10. Oh, fuck Buffalo with the 10. I'm taking Buffalo. I got my feelings for Josh Allen and those guys.
They ain't getting 12.
Wait, they getting 12?
He's lying.
Josh Allen, what the hell? He's got like an STD. It's keeping him out of the game.
He's on that goddamn medicine.
But they all getting 2.5. They're getting 2.5.
Oh, 2.5. Oh, shit.
I'm taking Kansas City.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Man, I think Buffalo, this is a defining game for them, man. They got to keep their playoffs alive.
Listen, y'all. I'm being
alive.
serious when I say this because y'all know I'm as big as Patrick Mahomes fan as they come. They are bad right now. I don't know what is going on with
Richie's not feeling good, y'all. We need to get off ASAP.
That's right. Hey, I hear you.
I said this last week. There's a lot of bad football, man. It's just,
You did, Pancho. You did. You did say it.
Hey, I like my boy Isaiah Pacheco over
there,
there, man.
Hey, that kid's a stud.
Yeah, he's balling, man.
It's again, it's a no pick 'em. I mean, it's whatever. Go ahead and go to the next one.
All right.
Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo. If y'all got
who you got, Darren?
I'm taking.
I'm like this. If Buffalo loses, I mean, you got to implode.
They're done.
I get it.
Yeah, Sean McDermott's job's on the line with this game. Basically.
I mean, because that whole experiment.
All right, y'all. We got a good one here. Everybody's talking about it. We know what it is. Philadelphia at the Cowboys.
I'm going to say this, man. I think the Cowboys win. I think Philadelphia has a little bit of a hangover after that.
I think Pancho can check this because he's good with stats. I think this rivalry has split for the last 5 years, no matter what.
I mean, look, Cowboys are a pretty solid team. We hate to admit that, but they're a pretty solid team. And at home, I think if this was away, I'm taking Philly all day long. But Philly's got their asses kicked, and I think it carries over another week.
Hey, what are they on, like a 14 game winning streak at home now? The last
14 game winning streak.
To beat them was Philly, I think, at home.
Yep.
So you think it's Philly?
What's the spread?
The spread right now is 3.5.
Cowboys are getting 3.5?
No, Philly is.
Bro. They didn't look good. They didn't look good this week, man.
I'm taking the Cowgirls. I'm taking the Cowgirls.
They didn't look good at all. They looked like they had something missing.
Well, I mean, Jalen Hurts did get hurt for a couple plays. I mean, it could be that, but I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Obi-Wan says Dak's been balling. Dak might be the MVP of the league right now.
Hey, and look, and they get Brandon Cooks in that offense now too. You know what I mean?
No, Eagles ball's at home. That ball's at home.
Let me ask you, hey, y'all, we talk about that.
The Eagles answer the call, man.
Do y'all think
big games? This is a big game to them. So do
y'all have Dak in y'all top 2 or 3 for MVP right now?
No.
What?
No.
Michael Parsons is their best player, so I can't have him in the MVP conversation.
Michael Parsons ain't their best player. Bland's their best player.
And that's something he's been doing some wild shit, man.
I'm going Cowboys. Pancho, your final pick.
I'm going to go with the Eagles, man.
Dave?
I'm going Cowboys at home, man.
Darren?
Who that? No, I mean, I'm gonna take the Cowboys, man.
All right, me too. I'm going Cowboys. Obi-Wan went Cowboys. Ryan went Cowboys. Lance went Eagles. Randy went Philly. All right, we got that. All right, next up, we got Tennessee at Miami. Tennessee's getting 13.5.
Gee, what you fucking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it right now, 13.5.
I'll take Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee with the points, although Miami's going to win the game. I take those 13. Derrick Henry's balling right now. I mean, he's still fucking Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? And they're starting to incorporate those other guys like the Congo,
Lance says Tyreek Hill for MVP.
Oh, wait, fuck. Who the fuck said that son of a bitch is the top 10 receiver of all time? Y'all fucking idiot. I felt like I said, I felt like I was getting my ass kicked in Fight Club when I said that shit, man. Dave did say that Tyreek Hill's the greatest receiver of all time. Dude, I think we might be talking top 5 if this dude keeps this shit up the next couple of years.
You said greatest of all time.
He still got another 5 years to go.
He's a bad fucking dude, man.
5 years. He's getting up there in age.
Listen, I will say this.
You gotta hit the Jerry Rice.
Listen to me. I will say this. He is the most unstoppable human being I ever seen play football.
He's a legit MVP candidate. I'm serious. He is a legit MVP candidate.
Same guy.
Hey, I'm taking.
You could take. Listen, this is the guy. Listen, Dave. Listen, my friend said this the other day, and I'm seriously when he said this. He said you could take Ronnie Lott, Deion Sanders, and put them on top of Tyreek, and they still couldn't cover him.
That's a damn.
They might not.
That's a fucking lie. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He's going to catch the ball, and Ronnie Lott's going to flatline his ass. He's going to be
he might not make it, yeah.
Hey, you know how they say?
Ronnie Lott's going to have flying fingers and shit and still make the play, man.
Y'all crazy now. Crazy. Ronnie Lott killed his ass.
I think he does. Hey, I think that dude can win MVP this year, though. I think he can be MVP.
Ryan's got Miami. Ryan's got Miami. Dolphins got Miami. Obi's got Miami. Lance has Miami. Ryan said he don't even care. I don't even know.
I had to jump in because Richie made the dumbest ass comment I've ever heard.
Oh God!
What?
Ronnie Lott cut his own fucking finger off. And
that don't mean he can cover somebody.
Deion Sanders, no one.
Ronnie Lott's one of my favorite safeties of all time. I'm not disagreeing with you, but
He don't have to cover nobody. Richie's a safety. What the hell's wrong?
Here's another thing is too. Deion played when they were actually physical with the receiver.
I don't know why Tyreek didn't run track because he's the fastest human I've ever seen in my life.
He did run track.
He could probably get you seen Bolt 20 yards and burn him.
Listen, I'm going to play pool. We got any more left?
That's it, y'all.
What about? I think we missed one, huh?
Oh, yeah, Green Bay and Giants. Nobody cares.
Y'all saying Tyreek is the greatest ever, and he still hasn't reached Antonio Brown's numbers, huh?
Oh no, I don't think he's the greatest ever. I think he's top 10 though for sure. That was a thing we had early in the year. I was like, I think he's the top 10 receiver of all time.
More years to go, bro. Antonio Brown still got 4,000 yards over
He's
him.
the greatest slot back.
Oh yeah, but shit, the way he's going, Pancho, that might be about 2 more years.
Steven said.
Back.
Steven said he's gonna be a vegetable after Ronnie Lott hits him.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Listen, thank y'all for joining us. Please share the show. We here every week. We like y'all interacting. Y'all have a great night, Jake. Good night, guys. Thank y'all for joining us.
All right, man.
Invite your friends. Invite
Halo
your friends.
Saints pregame Sunday, man.